When we face exhaustion, the default response is to push through. We reach for caffeine, rely on grit, and force ourselves back into the race. Neurological recovery follows a different logic. Attempting to bully a healing brain into standard performance levels triggers systemic fatigue and long-term setbacks, making the hustle approach a significant risk to your physical stability. This difficulty is compounded by a medical system that often reduces the survivor to a passive file. In this environment, your own complex experience is frequently lost behind layers of clinical jargon. Viewing neurological exhaustion as a lack of discipline keeps you trapped. It forces you to spend your limited energy mourning a past identity, rather than actively building a new one. The new lane provides a different framework. It shifts the survivor from passive observation to active management, turning you into the primary architect of your own life. The primary rule in this space is accuracy over urgency. Because speed acts as an enemy to neural reconstruction, slow and precise cognitive work becomes the most effective way to protect the brain from unnecessary stress. Once urgency is removed, physical symptoms stop being signs of defeat. They become actionable data points used to navigate a new reality. Decoding these signals requires the discipline to observe, not diagnose. Think of your body as a complex system transmitting vital operational data back to a central node. Recurring coughing is a ground truth metric indicating significant respiratory strain, requiring load adjustment. Unquenchable thirst acts as a biological alarm for metabolic shifts, dictating an immediate review of medication protocols. Heavy extremities and stretched skin indicate fluid retention. Tracking these points identifies medication side effects before they lead to further complications. These early physical anomalies are escalating biological alarm signals. They clearly indicate that the entire system is nearing its absolute operational limit. One of the most striking signals is the word gap, a sudden system override within the brain's linguistic processing centers. When this happens, words become slippery. The brain may even revert to past timelines, struggling to maintain a grip on the current year or environment. During an override, a survivor informed EMTs it was 2016 and Barack Obama was currently president, her brain reverting to the year her mother passed away. This linguistic collapse indicates the brain's processing is temporarily offline to prioritize survival. It demands an immediate reduction in cognitive load. When these early biological warnings are repeatedly ignored, the system pulls the emergency brake. This results in a total system lockout known as phantom fatigue. This is a bone-deep exhaustion that lingers regardless of how much you rest. It is completely distinct from the standard tiredness that follows physical exertion. Phantom fatigue is a non-negotiable biological kill switch. Attempting to push through it guarantees significant long-term neurological regression. To prevent that kill switch from triggering, we use a grace-based pacing framework. It uses a tiered system to govern your daily activity based on current biological alarms. On green days, signals are at baseline for standard cognitive work. Yellow days mean warning signals appear, requiring a shift to gentle tasks. Red days are a mandatory pause. With signals like phantom fatigue, you must prioritize absolute rest. Internal pacing manages your energy, but that energy must still be defended from external drains. External drain comes in the form of a tenacity tax, the mental grit required to navigate rigid and inaccessible healthcare systems. Endless administrative loops and inaccessible digital portals consume the same finite cognitive bandwidth required for your brain to heal. A master binder provides a professional-grade defense. Maintaining a clinical tracker and vitals log shifts the burden of proof off the survivor and onto the system. Strategic advocacy, such as invoking the ADA, creates a shortcut to compliance. It allows you to bypass low-level gatekeepers and legally demand the accommodations you need. Documentation and legal levers act as a firewall. They protect your peace and ensure your remaining energy stays focused on the project of recovery. You are the architect of this process. Every day, you are assembling a new reality, one structural piece at a time. Taking a break is a strategic act of neural reconstruction. It is an intentional decision to preserve your bandwidth for the long term. Accuracy over speed. Grace before pace.